Anyway, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis 4. We are playing as the Knights. That's these guys here in Rhodes, Crete, and Venice. I still can't believe we took Venice. That's hilarious. Did we take Corfu and any of that stuff? No, we didn't. Okay, so yeah, we are relegated still just having 3 islands. But we have Venice, which is a very, very important island, and we may well try to shift our money-making efforts over to this side. So once it's cored, we may well turn it into our trade port, and we should actually start seeing some rather better income. Not to mention that we took a bunch of money from them. So yes, last time Venice was our ally. They guaranteed us, then we eventually got an alliance with them. We joined their trade league. They were getting, just over time, stomped by Austria, stomped by, I think it was Naples. I think they also went away with war with France and Milan at one point, until they were reduced to just having Venice and Crete. So I broke the alliance, declared war on them, took Crete, and kind of thought that Venice would be a little bit out of my reach. It wasn't. So I took Venice too. And yeah, that's where we are standing right now. So if we just take a quick look at the coalition map mode, quite a few people are quite pissed off with us, so we're definitely going to have to lie low for a while longer. I mean, it was actually really close. Look, 45 there, 39, 37, 43. No one actually is going to coalition. The cutoff there is 50, so yeah, we should be okay. 3 islands are indeed better than 1. Although they are going to be more difficult to hold. Far more difficult. So I might well want to split off a smaller navy, which is specifically for defending Venice. I mean, we could actually send the Carracks over there and have them do it. They're just more in danger of being hemmed in. No, I think I'll leave the Carracks out here and I'll put the galleys over here. Although the galleys are going to be better at the looting stuff, which we still do. No, I am going to put the Carracks over there. Although the Carracks are going to be mothballed. That's fine, they can jump in and out of port as necessary. So we're going to mothball you for just a moment. We have money, we can send you over here. Do we have any loans? I don't think we do. Nope, we didn't. Excellent. We can probably turn our army maintenance down. Although we are training at the moment, we can definitely turn the forts off because we are not at war with anyone. And we have an idea group, but we don't have the monarch points to really decide what we are doing with that. Right. I think really the thing that's happening right now... I've forgotten what I'm doing here. Coring, that's what I was looking at. Overextension. Yeah, we are still working on the coring. Okay, good. And I'm just flicking through the policies. I cannot wait for the new policy system. So with the policies, I'm sure I talked about this before, though actually, is this the first EU4 game that I've done since... This is. So I haven't actually talked about Dharma in particular detail yet, have I? Oh no, I did it on Wednesday. So yes, I have talked about Dharma. But the way that the policies are going to work, I much prefer it. So you still have the 3 categories here, but instead of just having 5 of these, and usually in multiplayer you just pick all 5 for military, you now have, I think it's 3 or 4 in each category, and you are limited to just those categories. So you have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. I think it is 4. 4, 4, and 4. However, the first policy in each category is free. So you can have 1 administrative, 1 diplomatic, and 1 military policy for free. It doesn't cost you any monarch point upkeep, but then after that it does. But this limits you from just taking military and means that the administrative and diplomatic ones are far more important. Island only play through when? Well, that's basically what's happening already, Isdar. I own 3 islands, so... Although I'm not going to lie. I do want Constantinople and the rest of Turkey and probably Greece and Bulgaria later as well. Right, I think we can just go ahead and unpause and just skip through time. Who are my allies right now? I feel like my alliance is strong. Poland, France and Genoa. My alliance is indeed strong. Although I do actually have a bunch of diplomatic relations available. So is there anyone else that I would like to get? Who does Poland particularly dislike? Hungary. Hungary has proven to be a bit of a thorn in my side. You dislike Austria. Kinda tempted to go after Hungary. I mean, no, that would be a rivalry, not an alliance. Never mind. Aragon is still a PU. Naples is not. Naples dislikes Hungary as well. Naples could be a good ally. Because you don't dislike anyone. You're currently improving relations with the French, would suggest that you want an alliance with the French. And Naples would have a big navy. Yeah, I think we're going to start improving relations with the Neapolitans. That is Venice under my control, yes. So in the last session we managed to take Crete and Venice off of the Venetians after our alliance with them kind of collapsed. The Ottomans are not embargoing me? Well, I'm going to continue embargoing you. I can stop embargoing Milan, though. I think that's a holdover from when I was in a trade league, which I'm not anymore. I'm no longer in a trade league. Because I'm no longer just one province. Huzzah. So I'm just going to undo you, and then I'm going to revoke your embargo. And I'm going to... Do I want to... Yes, I'm going to revoke the Ottoman embargo, because I don't want them to have a free CB against me. And I doubt that I'm doing very much damage to them right now. So we'll do that, and then we can go over here. And diplomacy. And I want to continue making allies like me more. Hey, Cold Rage. Alright, so yes, we just need to wait for the cause. Venice, Laos, and Lucca. Did they say that they'd claimed something on me? Have they claimed Venice? They claimed Venice, okay. So we do need to shift our fleet over to Venice, I think. Although, actually, when can I loot again? Can't do it again till... wait, 32? That's 7 years. Is it a 10-year break? I thought it was only a 5-year break. Alright. Can't do it for a long time anyway. Although, actually, I own more territory. Oh, it's not cored yet, but it will be. No, we'll move out when it's actually cored. So remind me, if I forget to go looting stuff over here in North Africa, I can now reach further because I have more core territories. And also, technically, I could loot the Adriatic, but it's all Catholic, so I doubt that I'll be able to. Although, actually, this Ottoman coast... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I could never reach that previously. It was 5 years when the feature released, but it got very quickly nerfed. Okay, fair enough. Right, is there anything else that I could be doing to reduce my financial burdens? I mean, my... Oh, wait. You weren't mothballed. Okay, now you are. So I currently have all of my ships in Venice, but that's fine. Venice, I think, is the one that's under the most threat. I mean, if the Ottomans do declare war, then they're gonna have to try and attack us. The other thing which I might well want to do is build a fort on Crete. I'm going to assume that Venice has one. And a fort in Venice too. Okay. I'm going to need a lot of forts. Because we want to be able to buy ourselves time. So with a fort we can hold enemy armies on the province and then just drop troops in there. And I think because we are still technically the defender, we do not have the amphibious landing penalty. Although, best yet would just be to stop them landing at all. Speaking of which, I want to build some more ships. So we currently have 5, so I'm going to say that we're currently at 13, so we can get another 3 galleys. 1, 2, 3. Though they are going to take quite a long time to build. Are there no buildings to be built? Nope. Thankfully, both of our new holdings have the shipyards already built. Price of cloth has gone up, price of wool has gone down. What am I even producing? Fish. Fish. Glass? Glass. Ah, yes. Venetian glass. Profitable. How far am I from the... Yes, I want to try and get you nice and quickly. So we've already got maxed out naval ideas, which means my navy is a lot stronger than it may look. So we could well go for maritime just to get that plus 100% naval force limits, because that's also with my national idea group once I have that. Or espionage. It's a bit early for espionage. I think maritime probably is what we're going to go for. Because we've already got economic, we've already got naval. I mean, our land armies could do with being better, but let's be blunt. My land armies are not the thing that's going to be winning me wars. It's going to be the navy. Now, this is going to be a masterclass at how to use naval forces. It's going to have to be. With maritime, we'll probably start using galleys on the high seas. Well, the problem with galleys is you still need a lot of them. So in terms of just having a large navy, it's better to consolidate your fleet into heavies and then just mass produce light ships and use the light ships to... You hate watching E4 streams. Well, why are you here then, Vebe? You can use the light ships to push around trade and do privateering. However, we are still in the Mediterranean, so right now it's more fiscally responsible to have galleys. Grandmaster... Wait, it's changed the name of Venice. Interesting. Gonna need either religious or humanist when going to the Muslim land. Yeah, probably will need to get religious at that point. Okay, so Venice has built its stuff. I think I'm still going to go into here just so I can see the price improvements. Temples don't really generate much. Why are you so rubbish? Because you have really high autonomy, that's why. Right, because I reduced it because I don't want to deal with your unrest. Which I still maintain was a good idea. But I think, still want to have castles. So this is going to increase the amount of money I have to spend in terms of upkeep, and I'm already losing money. Although, once I have Venice up and running properly, I think we'll be okay. Because Venice should earn us quite a lot. So we are going to do this, so we can keep control of all of our islands. And then... Oh, it's because you love... It's a love-hate relationship. Okay, I understand that. The next thing I want to do is make this my trading port. Because I strongly suspect that I will have a better coverage in Venice than I do in Constantinople. Although there is less money coming into Venice. Why is my holding here so small? Oh wait, that's Venice. That's not me. Okay, it's because I don't have the merchant bonuses yet. So, yes, we will be collecting in Venice. Because I'm still pretty confident that we are going to be earning more here, because we have a centre of trade. And this is Venice. So the trade value and trade power is going to be high. And we were actually losing 48% of that because of the autonomy. That will go down. I'm actually really tempted to make Venice my capital. Because I suspect that Venice is going to be way easier to hold. Oh right, I still need to state this as well. We'll do that. Although... I won't be able to move troops backwards and forwards between Treviso. No. Rhodes is still the safer capital because it is a full island. This does have the straight crossing, which will make it slightly more difficult to hold. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So this is now a full state, which should in turn improve trade at the end of the month. 5%. Yeah, I'm still going to make this the centre of trade. I'm not going to make it the capital though. So we are now collecting from here, which means I need to move my merchants. So you need to be pushing trade into Venice. You need to recall and collect. No, just did that completely wrong. Push the trade that way. Alright, so Venice is making more, but like I said, I'm hopeful that we can have a better hold over the Venetian income. And we're making money. And as autonomy goes down here, we will be taking more and more control of this area. And if we are actually able to push out into Italy itself, that would be fantastic. Moving capital would be a quick fix for autonomy at least. Autonomy should go down itself anyway. I don't really think there's going to be any reason for it to not to. Right, is Crete finished? Crete has finished too. I would like to state Morea. And do that. Right, so everything is stated. Everything should be making me money. And everything should now be contributing to naval force limit. So I will be able to build a couple more. What's the country that has a trade centre just south? Yeah, Genoa probably. That one. Oh no, this one. Ferrara. That's Genoa. So yeah, there are a lot of centres of trade in this area. It's a very, very wealthy part of the world. In fact, I would even go so far as to say this is the wealthiest part of the map. In terms of trade income, in terms of production income, in terms of tax income. It's an extremely wealthy area. The only one that might rival it would be the Low Countries. No, Genoa does not start there. They obviously took out Ferrara at some point. But I'm pretty confident with my allies. I mean, I'm allied with Poland, Lithuania, France, Aragon. I'm working on Naples. Genoa's an ally. So even if Austria does pick on me, they're going to be squished between the Polish-Lithuanians and the Franco-Aragonese. So good luck with that. And if I could pull those guys into a war against the Ottomans, that would be even better. Because then I'm expanding away from these guys and into the Muslim territory, so aggressive expansion won't be as much of a thing. Dariak, thank you very much for the follow. And Bend Over is number 1. Thank you also for the follow. It's there, Delhi, East China or Flanders. Border friction. Rightful provinces are held by other nations and our government seems to be making no effort to recover them. What use are they anyway? Proclaims the broadsheet. Widespread dissatisfaction with their failure to recover our claimed provinces is sweeping the nation. So the Mamelukes are made to dislike us more. Or we lose our claim on Cyprus. I'm quite happy pissing them off because there's not much going to be... They can't do much against me. Black Wolf, Alan Black Wolf, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate that. Are the Ottomans and the Mamluks at war right now? Yep. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, I've lost my opportunity to take Cyprus. But the more that those two weaken each other, the better for me. Because I could try and strike at Alexandria. But holding Alexandria is going to be almost impossible. They have 126,000 troops. I have 5,000! 5! Their military is slightly bigger than mine. Although I could recruit another 3. What level artillery are we at? That's not artillery. That's artillery. I mean, we're still quite a long ways away from when artillery become properly viable. But we could probably do with 1 or 2 units just to make sieges easier. Because it's going to be all about the hit and run tactics for us. So yes, I'm going to hire a Culver in. How many cavalry did we have? I think we're already pretty high on cavalry. We are. I think we're going to get 2 Culverins and another Condotta. And with that, I'm out of money. We are slowly but surely increasing the amount of money we earn. We're up to 9% control of this. And we're actually outdoing Venice, at least. What does Venice even have left? Oh, Verona. I see. I think I'm going to do something a little bit brave. And go, I deserve some land. I want Treviso. And Friuli. And I'm already claiming those. Yay for the islands! Right, the other question I had was, what exactly are the states? That's going to be a difficult state to take. That's going to be a rather easier state to take. And Venice does indeed include Verona. So I think I'm going to claim Verona as well. So the Austrians are going to be really pissed off with me, but I don't care! Like, I've arranged an anti-Austrian alliance. Move you guys out, I think. Move you over here to Venice. Visit from some shady people. A few slightly shady-looking characters have appeared in our court, offering their service to our Grand Master. They claim to be willing to be able to do things that any proper ruler would never design to do publicly. No, I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks. Alright. Meanwhile, army over here. Add you to it so you can continue drilling. Air needed in the Knights. I mean, I would still quite like to get my devotion up. Although it is increasing year by year. But we could really do with having that higher. So maybe a local preacher? Johannes, cool. Hey, Mr. Potato. It's up here. No, it's the Knights Hospitaller who are based in Rhodes. They're an actual nation. And they're unique because they are the only Christian nation that can raid other people. So they use the Berber raiding mechanics, which is usually like Tunis and Tlemcen and Morocco. Do Morocco have it? Morocco might not. Can you raid? Yes. So anyone with the Berber traditions can raid, and also the Knights, which means you can become a real thorn in these guys' sides. And their ideas are just insane. Like this one, plus 20% extra galley combat ability, plus 15% chance to capture ships. This one, plus 50% naval force limit modifier. Like, the Knights are actually really strong. The problem is you start as a one-province minor off the coast of the Ottomans. Like, usually your lifespan is kind of short, but I've achieved something of a diplomatic coup. I'm allied with Poland, who is still the overlord of Lithuania, France, who are the overlord of Aragon, and Genoa. I was formerly in the Genoese trade league as well, but I've grown too big. I've taken Venice and Crete. So I'm still maintaining this, like, island defense system, because my navies are ridiculous. Another land leader maneuver. Nice. Alright, now I'm losing money. That's probably because my forts are not turned off. Nope, the forts still aren't built. Okay, why am I losing money all over a sudden, and quite a lot of it? Army maintenance, it's the cannons. Cannons are very expensive. Yeah, 0.88 ducats a month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the cannon out separately. I'm not having you drill, but I will have you turned off. And there we go. And then the problem is almost solved. Gain a stability. Okay then. I accept. Wait. I can do this now? I have a cardinal? I have a cardinal! I could try and become the papal controller. Which would give me stability cost modified, diplomats, prestige, advisor costs would go down. And tech cost goes down. And the aggressive expansion would go down. Or do I want to save that on just papal perks? I do like my papal perks. I think we're going to stay with the papal perks. Speaking of papal perks, I should probably do something to improve my relations with you. Although, hey, Naples. How you doing, buddy, old chap, old pal, old thing? Consider the same two provinces to be of vital interest. probably those two. But if we got rid of that, then it would go down to 68 negative, so we just need to keep on improving relations, although we are at 100% already. Oh, and they want Venice. And the aggressive expansion is going to be helping matters. So I'm going to turn you off for the moment, and we're going to start improving relations with the Pope. Not necessarily because I don't want an alliance with them, because I don't, they're too small, but because I want my relations to be high so that I get more papal influence. Sugla is no longer a core province. I never knew that it was. Wait, do I have cores in this stuff? I don't, do I? I have claims on those two. I should probably claim Sakis. Let's turn you off and do some covert manipulation of the Ottomans. I mean, the other idea that I could honestly do with would be diplomatic, just so I can have more trade stuff going on. Diplomatic stuff going on. These forts are really expensive. And this is with a subsidy from somebody. I'm not convinced that I can afford those forts. How much am I paying over for fleet, by the way? That's not too bad. The problem is this is at peacetime when I have everything turned off. So if I'm at war when everything is turned on, I will be bankrupt like that. Although, raiding, of course. I mean, I'd still like to be a... Well, no, income is going to be going up. Over time, income will be increasing as I seize more and more control over Venice. I just need to work at that. So the other thing that I could do is build a marketplace here. We'll do that when we start raiding. Speaking of raiding... Speaking of raiding, I can now start doing that again. Is there anything to raid? Oh, we'll go there. Yeah. Cannot raid the Catholics. We'll go down to speed 4. Here we go. Bring in the money. Ka-chink. And then, because we own Crete, we can start raiding some of this stuff. So I think it's 3 provinces away. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. We can raid that. And this should give me a pretty penny. There we go. 75 ducats from that. Boom. I'm pretty sure that everything else has already been raided. Rhodes goes out to there. You go out to there. So no, I cannot. I still can't raid the Black Sea, unfortunately. But being able to raid Tunis is a pretty big deal. Alright, so when... What's this again? May 32. Alright, 3 more years. And then we can raid some more. And then with that, I think what I need to do is build a marketplace in Venice. Crete would do well with a temple too. Interesting. Cardinal in Venice probably. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I could take a risk of not having forts in Venice or Crete. The other benefit of doing that would mean that if I did lose those islands, the war score impact would be negligible. If you have a fort there, then the war score impact is pretty hefty. But my navy is pretty strong, and because I'm allied with Genoa, who also has a decent navy, and hell, so does France, we should be okay. It's only if we go to war with the Ottomans that could become a problem. But the Ottomans are usually a little reluctant to attack, and they'll have problems of their own fighting over land. So we should be alright. I am sorely tempted to try and steal something off of the Mamelukes though. Like, if we could get Alexandria, we could push a lot of money towards Venice. Now, this is delving into the trade far sooner than I'd actually intended to. But I feel like we might need to.